Constantine, you said that the temperature-related deaths are 99% from cold, and we only focus on the hot ones.
Right.
Which is just, I feel like I've heard this argument with the heat and everything so much, and that's point's never really crossed my mind, but it's like, that is so interesting. And is that a kind of, I guess there's like a lot of moral panic about everything, right? And global warming is like one of those things, right?
Climate change is the big one. So if you look at the policies that we implement, we're making in the UK, I don't know if you have this, thousands of elderly people die every year because they can't afford to heat their homes.
And they just die from being cold.
They just die from being cold in a developed country. We're one of the richest economies in the world. Tens of thousands of pensioners die every
we have
year.
The heat.
Right.
Here they die from the heat.
No, that's what I would have thought.
Yeah.
That's not.
Look it
that's
up,
my whole
man.
point.
Really?
He says it's not that.
I think it's around
which is
the
interesting
world,
to me.
right?
Yeah.
So that's a really big problem.
Like if you think of homeless guys, you're probably more likely to
homeless for sure. Yeah,
cold.
yeah.
Like,
So that's how it works in the UK. UK is not that cold a country, by the way.
No.
So in the winter, we've now seen, because of the way that the policies are, like 40%, I think, of our fuel bills are green levies. It's for green.
because they raise it all up, and then these people can't afford it, and then it kills them.
So we're worried about climate change, and climate change at the moment is about things getting hotter primarily. And I'm not saying climate change isn't real, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, it
I'm
needs to be.
saying that.
Yeah, it needs dealing with. But my point is, whenever you make anything religious, which is what we've done with the climate, you're going to do bad shit. You're going to make mistakes, and you're going to focus on the wrong thing.
I feel like a lot of things people they just refuse to admit that there's ever a negative. It's like every policy you do pulls another lever.
Well, it's collateral.
You know what I mean?
It's collateral damage.
But they're just
like they go, look, like
I feel like they don't even say that.
But
They go,
I think
no,
in
it
their
doesn't.
mind,
No. It's perfect. There's no trade-offs to locking down the country for 2 years, right? No trade-offs. It's not going to cause an economic calamity. It's not going to. No. We're saving lives, right? Because if you focus on just one problem, which is preventing people dying from COVID, you don't give a shit about anything else.
And it's just first order thinking. Like you never.
First order thinking is a good way to put it.
You're never thinking about
the consequences of what you do.
Yeah, of course.
But this is one of the things that I've learned from trigonometry. One of the most important things: never trust a simple solution to a complex problem. The moment there's a complex problem, whatever it is, climate change, COVID, pick whatever you want, and someone goes, "Oh, we're going to implement this very easy solution. It's lockdown. We're going to print more money. We're going to give people more money. We're going to sort it like that." You've got to be suspicious, because they're not addressing the whole problem. And if someone's presenting that to you, be very, very wary, because you don't know what the trade-offs are going to be, and likely they're going to be incredibly significant and unpredictable as well.
And they're just people doing this stuff. They're not like some magical
Right.
beings, or they're just people.
And then on
out.
top of that, they're saying, hey, there's no trade-offs, and also like if you even like why wouldn't you want this simple thing that's going to save lives? And you're just like, well, obviously it's because I'm not convinced it will.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Well, I don't like the trade-offs. But
or I don't like the trade-offs.
right, and what happened during the pandemic is the moment anyone said that, fucking bang. You're getting banned off Twitter or banned off YouTube or whatever.
Or just it's like, oh, you're just saying that because you're against all the things. And you're just like,
because you love Trump.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm actually, I feel like there is some people where they go, well, yes, obviously you think that. Like there is certain people where, like, if they say, hey, we're going to raise minimum wage, and they're like, I'm against that, and you're like, yeah, no shit. Like, you know what I mean? Or whatever, right? There's certain people where they are predictable, but it's like, there's a lot of people when they, because it kind of goes back to the simple solution thing, but also when someone, you already know what they think on every issue, they can't kind of be trusted or at least, whatever, you already know that. But I feel like a lot of people would say that to use that argument against people like me when I was saying things like this. They'd be like, well, you would think that. And I'm like, I actually don't. I disagreed on this one, and I agreed on this. Like I actually did go back and forth. It's like so there's so many people that, it's like just the single order thinking is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. You just got to think every issue through on its own merit. Just because you believe, this thing about abortion doesn't mean you've got to believe this other thing about guns. That never made any fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like if or kind of like.
Yeah. Like, why is that?
Why are they related?
Yeah, because it's team blue, it's team red, and everybody wants to be on a team.
Yeah, it's funny when some of them aren't even really very related. Like, you know what I mean? You're just like, what I think there should be like lower taxes, and also I'm super into fucking kids transitioning. Like, how are those two things possibly connected? And just so happens that everyone who thinks one thinks the other. Yeah. This is the New Clips channel. Hit us with a subscribe. Let's get those numbers up. Thank you. Peace.